The woman put on a sexy nightgown, hoping to surprise her husband, but instead he pulled out a pair of handcuffs and firmly secured her wrists to the headboard. Then he swallowed a little blue pill. Everything seemed ready, but just when she thought he was about to come closer, he suddenly collapsed onto her chest. At first she thought this was all part of some elaborate game he had planned, but when she pushed him away with her feet, he fell backward without making a sound. As he slid off the bed, she realized something was terribly wrong. She began screaming his name, begging him to unlock the cuffs, but blood slowly started seeping from his body. Panicking, she shouted for help over and over, from daylight into darkness, yet no one ever. It turned out her husband had chosen this remote villa specifically so no one would interrupt their game. Hours of screaming and struggling had left her completely exhausted. Then she suddenly heard a noise at the door. Desperate, she called out for help, but instead of a person, a starving wolf crept inside, drawn by the smell of blood. She yelled at it to scare it off, and at first, it actually hesitated. But after she shouted several times, the wolf realized she couldn't hurt it at all, and it moved closer to the unconscious man, licking him aggressively. Unable to watch this gruesome scene, she fumbled for anything she could grab and hurled it at the animal. The wolf fled for the moment, but not before tearing a chunk from her husband's arm. She sank into utter despair. Then to her shock, her husband suddenly sat up. She thought maybe the intense pain had revived him, but he made no move to free her. When she looked down, she saw his body still lying lifeless on the floor. She realized the long hours trapped there had made her start hallucinating. Summoning the last of her strength, she struggled desperately, feeling a glimmer of hope as she ignored the pain from her crushed hands and finally managed to free one wrist. She quickly broke the nightstand and released her other hand. For a moment, she felt a surge of relief, thinking it had been so simple all along. But when she turned back, she was still chained to the bed. It had all been another illusion. Night fell completely. Hungry and exhausted, she didn't dare fall asleep, terrified she'd end up as the wolf's next meal. But no matter how hard she tried, her eyes slowly closed against her will.